What is up, knife community? This is Blade Love from the Sharpest Edge, and today's video is kind of a little rough for me to do because of this particular knife's history and its involvement, especially in my family's history and such. It is from History Knife and Tool. It's by Boker, one of the subdivisions, and let's check it out first on the musical montage, and we'll dig right into this the best I can.
Into the motherland, the German army marched. As far as I can see, ready for the onslaught, ready for the fight, waiting for the access to march into the trap. Minds are placed in darkness in the
So as the video shown, and for people who recognize it, this is the sterilized version of the German Scout knife. It has another name to it, which I really don't like to even mention the H word, but it is a nice blade in itself. It always fascinated me. The design was always very simple and always had a good look to it. But I was very reluctant to pull out the originals I have because of my family's history with these particular artifacts. My family, not to get into a whole detailed discussion, we were historically persecuted and chased off our properties, our lands, and our homes from Germany and Austria. Because just like anyone who disagreed or may have tried to work against the powers that be of the government at the time, were being persecuted and killed, and it was just a nightmare for my family. So some got drafted into the German army, others escaped to other countries, then to America. And it just was a very sore and difficult subject to cover. But it really sucks for me because as a knife lover, I do appreciate the base of this blade. And in order to do it historical justice, I have to somehow get around to describe what makes this blade so awesome physically, yet so horribly terrifying to some people. So let's check this information I have out for you right now about the particular knife, and I'll be right back. We'll do a close-up and a further discussion. But who were the youth that actually carried these knives? Check it out. Now, the modern day Bundeswehr knife has a lot of similarities to the old style version scout knife. The blade is very similar. The hilt is similar. The handle's been changed up a bit, and materials, of course. The sheath, just like the old days, and the way the leather is attached to the piece as well. The Bundeswehr knife here, it has a rostfrei, which is actually German for stainless steel. I can't remember which company this one. I totally forgot. It's not ISR. That's actually the unit it came from. But this one I purchased, and I'm not at all ashamed to carry because it doesn't have that dark history behind it. This one, even though the German scout knife, even though it's sterile, it still kind of gives me the creeps because I grew up with a lot of the stories, had a lot of Jewish friends, met a lot of people that went through the Holocaust, and I have some relics from my family down in the basement, uniforms, complete uniforms, knives, daggers, medals. Two of these that are the actual youth knives with the real medallions in that. And I just can't bring myself to open the box. I can't. There's just some. I can't explain it. It's a feeling I get. It's weird. It just is very weird. But as for this particular sterile piece, it's nice. I mean, it's a really good recreation. Excuse me. It's well made. Notice the same kind of blade as the Bundeswehr. Similar style to the hilt guard, the original style. This one, like I said, is the Boker history tool, history knife and tool division. And it is 440A stainless. Pretty nice and thick. Very sturdy. For historical reenactors, awesome piece. I like the brass rivets effect to offset the handles. But it's still, I mean, even though this blade is sterile, it just feels different than the Bundeswehr. And not different as because it's designed different or, different handle net. It invokes a different feeling. I have a passion of knives, and I really kind of feel the knife, its story, and its history. And this one has a very lengthy history to it. And a lot of our troops that came back from World War II took these as war souvenirs. So I see them all over knife shows. And I have quite a few other daggers, and I have the markings on them as original. All throughout my childhood, I've been told stories of the atrocities and my family history itself. And it wasn't just the Jewish people being persecuted. It was anyone who disagreed or hid them or spoke out against the political party. And has a very sordid history, and that's for another YouTube channel, for a history lesson, for another day. But anyhow, I will put the specs into the program here, probably in the video description, and I'll be back in a moment with a few final thoughts. I can truly say that this video has been the only video that has made me actually feel uncomfortable during the making. It brings back a lot of memories during the summer riots, when they were burning cars and looting buildings and that. And a buddy of mine and I were in Philadelphia eating at a restaurant on an outside patio when a bunch of people rushed into the patio trying to force people to do this. And that is an Aryan fist. BLM thinks it's a Black Power symbol. No, the way they wanted people and all people to do it, that's an Aryan fist. And I have to really wonder about Antifa with their triple lightning bolts. You saw the single lightning bolt from the youth on the descriptor. The colors they chose, red, white, and black. The methods that they use to try to coerce people to do things. And people wonder why people like myself and others who have been affected directly and indirectly by the past of this particular event really see it here now. So it's a sensitive subject, and we should respect that. And I totally understand why Antifa has been declared a terrorist organization. Totally get it. They've earned it by their actions and acting like those youth. And why BLM has lost respect with trying to force people to do something that they don't want to do and they don't want any part of. That's not the way you further your cause. Yeah. Definitely have to move on to another video after this one. But nonetheless, this has been Blade Love from the Sharpest Edge. Thank you for watching the video. I apologize for it being so fragmented and a little disoriented. But unfortunately, it's the best I'm going to be able to do on this particular blade. So all I want you all to remember is be good to yourselves. And please, please be good to others out there. Don't let this nightmare come back. Ever. Never again. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.